Welcome back! Today we start a new series on this channel. This is a segment where I tell you about an unbelievable and or funny story involving a very unexpected item. In today's episode, this is how my friend got rid of her ant problems with peppermint candy. So I should really start by saying if you have any infestation problems, you should definitely contact your local pest control professional in your area. I am not a pest control specialist, disclaimer. This is just a funny story that happened to a friend of mine about 12 years ago. And I just thought this was so amazing. It just blew my mind when I was told this story. I'm going to remove the glasses because the glare is unbearable. My friend lived not far from where I am right now at the time with her parents. And in this area, sometimes we have ant problems. This is fairly common and it does happen. My friend had this ant problem. At the time they had this problem for a while. It was mild. Sometimes we would see ants here and there in the house, and it wasn't really that much of a deal. And usually in your walls, spoiler alert, but there is bugs everywhere. They love the heat, they love what we provide, they just exist, but it doesn't mean that there is an infestation. What happened was, one year the problem got really out of hands. We would find ants everywhere, on the counters, on the floors, and my friends' plushies, they were all over the place. And so they called pest control again, and they said, well, you really have a big problem now. So the guy came over, he had a look around the house, made a proper assessment of what was going on. And so after a while, he said, okay, well, here's the situation. With the amount of ants that you find in the house, we estimate that you have at least 3 nests somewhere in your walls. 3 nests. Obviously, there are different type of ants. I don't remember which type it was, but 3 nests is a big problem. So I was just like, how are they going to get rid of those? They said, well, the problem is we can't locate the nests, and it is a problem. I'm like, okay, well, will they have to destroy the walls? Would it take down the walls one by one? Like, how are they going to do this? Are they going to gas the house? I was like, how are they going to get rid of this problem? So the guy said, we have a solution. So the guy just ran to his car and came back with this. And what he did is he opened up his box. Can't open it myself. He opened his box, took a peppermint, and what he did, he put a peppermint at random places in the house. Sometimes it could be on the floor, sometimes it would be near a window. So he just put one at random places in the house. And he said, bye, see you in 2 weeks. What the fuck is going on? It was just their most random thing ever. But he explained to my friend's father that basically what they were doing is trying to find the nests. And so the idea was to put peppermints everywhere because the ants they do go inside the house to find food. So by putting a peppermint there, when the ants would find it, they would just go get the food. And so over time, during those 2 weeks, we would go, well, in every room, and we would find ants on the peppermints. Sometimes it would be tons of them, like all over the peppermint, and sometimes it would just be one. And in some rooms, there were no ants on the peppermint at all. And it was just very interesting to see. And so after 2 weeks, the guy came back, like, hi. And so he looked at all the peppermints and he said, okay, well, judging by the amount of ants that you find on the peppermints, we estimate that, well, the 3 nests are probably in this room and this other room and this other room. We're like, okay, but I mean, we still have to destroy the entire walls. Like, this is going to cost a fortune. This is absolutely, and like, even if we open the walls, like, there are going to be ants everywhere. What do we do? And he was like, here's what we're going to do. He ran to his car, by the way, and came back with this. Please explain. And he said, well, these aren't peppermints. What he got was different peppermints. So he replaced the peppermints he had put 2 weeks prior with these ones, and these ones were poisonous. But this is very, very simple. Basically, we created a habit for the ants. During 2 weeks, they were used to going to get food where the peppermints were located. So because they were already conditioned to go get the food, well, they were going to go get the poison and bring it back to the nest and to the queen. And they would be instantly killed, or like it wouldn't take that long. I was like, oh, this is like the craziest, smartest thing I've ever heard. And like, he just left, and about a week after, their ant problem was gone. The science behind pest control sometimes is just studying the behavior of the animal or the insect causing the infestation and use that against it, which is really, really smart. And sometimes you don't need a lot of pest poison, which can be very bad for the environment, for other living creatures. And it's just using the best method possible to get rid of the problem, but also to just minimize the damage and the consequences for yourself and other living beings, which is really, really cool. And it just sparked an interest for me on, infestations and pest control. I would like watch documentaries about, other situations where it wasn't an ant situation, it was spider infestation or a cockroach infestation, sometimes it would be rats. And I just think it's really fascinating. Raise your hand or write in the comments if you're as bizarre as me, and if you have like something that you really love just finding information about. So yeah, this is how my friend got rid of her ant problems with this. See you next time. Bye.